Hi, everybody. Welcome to Halftime live on the Brew Sports Network. A good Tuesday to you. We welcome you inside the studio. If yesterday was Moody Monday, today is... I don't know what today is.
Transformation Tuesday.
Is it Transformation Tuesday?
Yes.
Can you call it a terrible Tuesday? Can you call it a transactionally chaotic Tuesday?
Yes.
I don't know. I was trying to think of something else that goes along with, like, Moody. Like, I don't have anything else.
Ticklish Tuesday.
Ticklish Tuesday. Woo-hoo. There you go. We're off to a hot start. Tanner's ticklish on his elbow, if anybody was curious.
Yes.
How are you, Tanner Burke?
I'm great.
Are you? Your voice tells me one thing, and your body tells me the same thing, actually. So you're not. I don't believe that you're lying to me, which
Baxter,
is good.
I am doing swimmingly.
Are you?
Yes.
Wow.
Are you? Really?
That is fantastic.
Really? Beautiful.
I'm excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here.
It's halftime.
This is my favorite part of the day.
It's the most wonderful time of the sports day. Halftime. Yeah.
It's halftime.
People are still freaking out about our show from yesterday, Tanner. I don't even know what happened, and I was here.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Is there an appropriate way to determine what happened yesterday?
I blacked out for a hot second.
More than a hot second, I feel like. I feel like we both just kind of were dead and in the water for a long time, honestly.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
It was. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
It was halftime on Brew Sports.
I love it. We've got some good stuff to get to today. We're going to be talking to the Nashville Predators beat reporter for NHL.com, Robby Stanley, here in the second segment, so we'll get to him in just a wee bit. We've also got some great stuff for you, as it is Transformation Tuesday, Mr. Burke, as you have mentioned.
Well, yeah.
So, of course, there are things and stuff to talk about.
Are there?
As well. Did you ever do the whole Transformation Tuesday bit? Did you post pictures? Did
do I look like I've been working
videos?
on Transportation Tuesday?
Maybe that's what the problem is. You're working on the wrong thing. You're trying to transport instead of transfer or mate.
I have not transformed.
No, you have not. You're not a transformer. I can transform you. Wasn't that a song back in the day? I think so. I can transform you.
Transform it.
Thought so. Thought it was
Why
a song.
not?
Could be totally wrong.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things to get the show right off the bat with, a guy that we know has transformed a lot.
This is funny because we talked about him yesterday and how his career has just been awful. So
it's Tiger Woods. He was on Sports Center with SVP yesterday, and the SVP was trying to recruit Tiger to move to a different kind of a club.
Scott Van Pelt,
SVP.
This is
good stuff.
Before you play it,
okay.
I think you need don't play it before you put it on live because this freeze frame.
You want to see this right here? This is what you really want to see. Freeze frame. Freeze frame.
It's amazing.
Let's see here. You be Tiger. I'll be SVP. Okay. Wait, no, you're supposed to be Tiger.
You're right.
So you're supposed to just have like a.
No, I'm supposed to be Scott Van Pelt.
Oh, you're Scott Van Pelt.
I'm Scott Van
Pelt.
Pelt.
And I'm Tiger.
Okay, go back.
Okay, so that's what it looks like.
Wait.
All right. Yeah, I think
it's
you got it.
pretty
Nailed
good.
it. All right,
Nailed
good.
it.
All right, here's the video. Take a look.
I'm smiling listening to you talk about your kids, and I'm smiling looking at the kid on the back of this book with that sensational head of hair. And I've been telling you, bro, for a long time, I am your GPS, and I just want to know when are we gonna just come home, man? It's time to come home.
I know, I get it. You know, we
Look
we
at
are not
me, brother.
what we used
Look
to
at
be.
me.
I get it. No, I've got my helipad up top, and I'm very happy with that.
Okay.
I got a hat on so I don't get sunburned up here in this little center.
Right.
My kids make fun of me because clothes didn't fit. They were too big. And look at Daddy with a full head of hair. Look at the hairline.
Yeah. But
It's done a moonwalk on me.
Love it.
Unbelievable.
Classic Tiger. Still got it.
Just
you can go into comedy.
taking stabs at him whenever you can. It's amazing.
You can do what?
I said you're just taking stabs at him left and right. You know,
What a guy.
people just like making fun of Tiger now. It's,
I don't mind.
So it's what he's all about.
I don't mind Tiger. We had this conversation. I don't mind him.
Yeah?
I just would prefer to not.
Okay.
I don't think that makes me a bad person, does it?
No.
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 I didn't think so.
No, it doesn't.
Good.
What do you got going on there? What are you?
I've got
doing?
another video for us, hopefully,
you?
if it wants to actually work. But I don't know if it's going to.
Why do I keep forgetting that I want to open up shows?
You keep wanting to do
videos?
things. This is the hard
And
part
we just
about it.
keep forgetting.
Yeah, David says SVP looking like Max Headroom in that shot. Max,
Hashtag, I didn't even get that reference.
no, I don't.
David, could you elaborate?
David, you're talking to two people that are millennials and don't
I got nothing.
understand nothing about
I got
nothing.
nothing.
So please Help us, good sir. Help us.
My first memory is playing Tecmo Super Bowl on the NES.
Tecmo Super Bowl.
It's the real deal.
Is that a thing?
It's the real deal. It's the only video game where the Bills are actually good.
How are the Bills actually good?
It was 1990.
And?
Fun fact.
Yes, please.
In 1990,
close shot.
They didn't have Jim Kelly's name in the game, so he was just known as QB Bills.
QB Bills.
Number 12.
How's that even work? Go QB Bills.
He scores a touchdown.
Throw the ball.
I'll bring it in. I'll play it with you one day. But he scores a touchdown and it says QB Bills.
Ah, gotcha. All right, This is the thing I was also going to talk about that you've been dying for us to open the show with.
Yes. I love stupid videos.
March Madness taking over this classroom somewhere. I don't know where this classroom is from, but they got a little excited and recreated an iconic VCU moment.
Yes.
Take a gander. Maybe.
Hopefully. We'll see.
2 seconds. White screen.
Hold for dramatic
This is why we can't have
relief.
nice things, Tanner. We try to be innovative. Here we go.
Yeah.
Maybe. Wait for it. There it is.
Okay.
It's to Jenkins, the Drew for the win!
There's a lot that just happened in that video. I'm going to mute the video now, and we're going to watch it again because we need to fully break down what happened.
Okay, let's
say mute the video,
let's
there
start
we go.
here. Okay, pass back. Legs crossed over the chair. Behind the back, no looker. It's good. And the classic get out challenge. They are carrying him out. And that's a dude with a wrestling mask. Yeah.
That's an absolute miracle.
Can you freeze on the guy with the wrestling mask?
You're asking me to do a lot right now.
I know. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I've got that technology.
Look at that. Who is this guy?
I don't know.
And where did he come from, and where did he get that mask?
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I don't know. It's amazing. It's a Christmas miracle.
It's beautiful.
God save the Queen. Holy crap.
We should do something stupid like that and go viral.
We should.
It'd be fun.
Maybe do this show or something and talk about sports on a consistent basis.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah. David says, remind me to explain max headroom to you tomorrow. Jeff says he needs sunglasses for the max headroom. I think otherwise, yes. Apparently it's a 1980s reference according to Kirk. Yeah, I don't understand. And David says the teacher is obviously oblivious to it all. Yes. Obviously oblivious.
Yeah.
I can't even. Can you say those words back to back?
Obviously oblivious.
There you go. Obviously oblivious. Can't do it all the time. Just doesn't work. Doesn't happen. But either way, fun fact. I love that.
Beautiful.
I love trick shots. Dude Perfect.
Trick shots are great.
All that.
Dude Perfect. I want to get Dude Perfect on the show.
We're working on it.
That would be probably the greatest thing ever.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd say so.
We have to somehow put together a dual purpose trick shot where they throw a ball. They throw a ball through the screen and we catch it and then we sink it and we all go crazy and rip our shirts off and paint our faces.
Turning into a drinking game or something.
Well, it always turns into a drinking game. Have you never been to halftime before?
I have.
Halftime centers around alcohol.
It
Mostly
is,
for you.
It is Transformation Tuesday, though. We should probably get to that before we get
We should, yeah. Robby
Robby
Stanley is going to be joining us here shortly, so what do we have to transform here for our Tuesday?
I don't know. I thought it was your job to figure it out.
All right, well, the NCAA brackets have transformed slightly, depending on who you ask. Who you asked? Okay, My bracket has changed a little bit. I'm ranked 2.8 million in the world. I'm in the 85th percentile. I've scored 470 total points. Mm-hmm. I don't feel terrible about my bracket, in all honesty.
I don't feel terrible about mine.
It's
exactly where I thought I was going to be, and that's in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
You can't. I mean, I don't think there's any perfect brackets left. They call it.
I thought there was one. Maybe I could be wrong about that.
They call it March Madness for a reason.
It's true.
So
your madness.
I do have some transformation, kind of like a throwback.
Sure,
I guess I could have done that for Thursday, but these are kind of fun. On this date I have two facts for you. On this date in 1964, March 21st, 1964.
Great day to be alive.
UCLA coach John Wooden won his first of 10 national championships in 12 seasons. That's amazing. As UCLA beat Duke 98-83, finishing the season at 30-0. Speaking of beating Duke, this is a headline from The Onion. The nation thrilled. Grayson Allen returned to Duke for one more crushing NCAA loss. And boy, do I love that.
Oh, too soon?
Boy, do I love that. Here's another fun fact. If Turber was watching, he would appreciate this because
where are you, Turber?
He won a lot of figurative money this year because he chose Davidson to make it to the Elite Eight, and they did. On March 21st, 2008, Stephen Curry scores 30 of his 40 points in the second half.
Unbelievable.
And hits the tie-breaking three-pointer to lead Davidson to an 82-76 win
Got
over
him.
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga. Where the hell is Gonzaga? Does anybody know?
The players don't even know.
They really don't. According to the kicker.
The Zogs.
Zogs. The
Go
Zags.
Zogs. It's got to be Boston.
Yeah, go to Boston. I'm from Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
Love it. All right, let's get to Robby Stanley, who is hanging out here waiting to join us on the halftime. Robby Stanley is a beat reporter for the Nashville Predators for NHL.com, and he joins us on halftime now. Robby Stanley, good afternoon, good day. How are we doing today, sir?
Good, fellas. How are y'all?
Doing well.
Not
We're
bad.
excited to have you on the program today, sir. Some great stuff, of course, to get to. The big thing, I guess, circulating the hockey world right now, of course, is the playoffs being right around the corner. Certain teams making that push. The Blackhawks, of course, doing well. The Capitals, Canadiens, the Sharks, all that fun business. But all we really care about, if you're Tanner, is how are the Buffalo Sabres doing?
It's awful because I know, I watch the games and I still root for them to win. All in all, knowing that it's just going to hurt our draft stock. So I've watched the tank. I saw it happen. I don't really want to root for my team to lose anymore. But it is painful. It is painful.
It's very painful, but we won't bore you with the Sabres
That's right.
because we want to talk about successful
better
teams.
Things to talk about.
I do actually want to start with the Nashville Predators. Actually, they're currently sitting in a third spot. If the playoffs were to start today
in the Central,
the Central, your thoughts about the Predators thus far this season and down the stretch here as they close out the season, Robby?
Yeah, I mean, since the calendar turned to 2017, I mean, they've been one of the best teams in the NHL when you just look at the points they've gained and the percentages that they have. And there are some nights where they look really great. They look like they can play with anybody. They look like they can beat anybody. And then there are other nights where they don't really look like they belong in the playoffs. And that's kind of been what they've been all season long. They've looked really good at times, and they've looked really bad at times. And lately there's been more good than there has been bad. Like you said, they're in the third spot in the Central Division right now. They're kind of in a fight with St. Louis that'll probably last the rest of the regular season. They're only up 2 points on St. Louis right now for that third spot. But they're pretty solidly in the playoffs. They've got an 8-point lead over the LA Kings right now. So it looks like they're going to make the playoffs. And once you get in, I think they have the talent to make some noise if they get in there. But when you talk about, you have PK Subban and Roman Josi and Philip Forsberg and Ryan Johansson, all these really good players, if they ever put it together at the same time, I think they're going to be a really dangerous team. The problem with the Predators all season long has just been that consistency. They've struggled to find that. If they do find that, I think they're very dangerous. But right now, I think they're still searching for that.
It's talking about the Nashville Predators. I'm a big fan of seeing new teams get in the mix when it comes to the playoffs and being at the top of the conference. Looking at the outlook here, you do have the familiar teams in Washington, Pittsburgh, some of the original 6 teams in there. Chicago, of course, familiar with the top of that conference. But then you see some other teams. I mean, it's nice to see Edmonton in there. It's going to be cool to watch Connor McDavid kind of make a name for himself in the playoffs.
Oh, Connor.
But one that really is surprising to me, and I wouldn't have pegged them to be a 100-point team this year, is Columbus. They've won a lot of really great games this year. They lost a couple bad ones. But all in all, I think they kind of surprised some people this year. What do you think, Robby?
Yeah, I agree. And I think John Tortorella, their coach, probably deserves to be the coach of the year. I mean, he's just done an outstanding job. You always knew there was some young talent on that team when they got Seth Jones last year from the Predators. They traded Ryan Johansson. It was a big trade. And I think that really helped out their defense. And then they've had Zach Werenski step in this year. He's been very good. So you look at Cam Atkinson and Nick Foligno and Brandon Saad. I mean, they just got a lot of really dynamic young players that have stepped up and played well at the same time. And then their goaltending with Sergei Bobrovsky. He's gotten back to the form where he was a couple years ago when he was one of the best goalies in the league. So you put all that together, and I think they're the surprise team of the NHL this year. I mean, we knew they were going to be better this year. I didn't think we thought that they were going to be this much better. And I think they're a team that's going to be very dangerous in the playoffs. Like you said, when you get 100 points, that's no joke. I mean, you're a legitimate threat to win the Stanley Cup. So I still think they're young. I still think they have some growing to do. They don't have a whole lot of playoff experience, and all the coaches and everybody else will tell you once you get to the playoffs, it's a much different game. But I do really like that Columbus team, not only this year, I think their future is extremely bright. Columbus is going to be around for a long time. A lot of young players, a lot of young talented players. They're going to be very good.
Obviously, having a stud goaltender in between the pipes is going to win you some games. You don't really see a lot of teams committing long-term to some of these elite goaltenders. I mean, after the Blackhawks' first Stanley Cup, they let Niemi go right away. So you see some of these teams kind of moving on and not necessarily committing to one guy. It's definitely, you have to pay attention to the defense in front of them. But is Bobrovsky one of those guys that you think Columbus can hang on to? And is his play sustainable long-term for them?
Well, I think that's the big question when you're talking about him. I think he's a guy they can hang on to. I think he's a guy they will hang on to. But like I said, it's been a couple years other than this year before he was back to elite form. I mean, you take a look 2-3 years ago, he was really good. And then the last couple years, things didn't go very well for him. And I think some of that had to do with the defense in front of him or lack thereof. That's certainly gotten better this year, and I'm sure that's a huge part of why he's been more successful this year. But I think he'll be the first one to tell you over the last couple of years he needed to be better. He needed to be more consistent. He needed to be more available. There was some times last year where Columbus was giving up 6-7 goals a game, and you just can't win that way. And this year it's been the exact opposite. Their defense has been really good. Their goaltending led by him has been very good. So I think he's a guy they're going to want to keep. They're going to want to hang on to. And he's a guy that when he's at the top of his game, he can steal a game. He can steal a playoff series for you. So that's what you're looking for in a goaltender, and I think Sergei Bobrovsky, when he's at the top of his game, he can certainly do that.
One of the things we like to hear about, of course, in the sports world as a whole is the most valuable player, and of course there's certain players doing the best they can to try to put their name to the top of the ballot, basically. Sidney Crosby's got 40 goals this year. He certainly is on pace for it. Connor McDavid, as we mentioned earlier, doing exceptionally well in overall points and assists. Is there a clear favorite right now for the MVP, or is it going to come down to the bitter end, do you think, Robbie?
I think it'll come down to the end. I would probably give the edge to Sidney Crosby at this point because, like you said, he's got 40 goals. And people forget he missed like 6 or 7 games to start the season, or he'd have even more. He was injured at the very beginning of the season. So I think he's been extremely valuable for that team. Connor McDavid, obviously, I think he's been the main difference maker for the Edmonton Oilers. He's taken them from a bottom feeder in this league to now they're pretty solidly in the playoffs, actually fighting for that Pacific Division. And then I'd throw 2 more names in there. Patrick Kane with Chicago, I think he's just been outstanding. He carries that team offensively. And Brent Burns in San Jose, which I think might be the most interesting one. He's a defenseman. He leads them in goals. He leads them in points. He's been everywhere. He's probably going to win the Norris Trophy for the best defenseman in the league. And he's a unique player because he used to play forward. He was a guy that knows what it takes to get up in the rush and join offensively, but he's transitioned back to a defenseman in the last 5 years or so, and he's played really well in that role, getting better each and every year. So I think there are 4 or 5 names you can throw in, but I would give the edge to Sidney Crosby at this point.
I think you almost have to go with Sidney Crosby. I mean, he's without a doubt the best player in the league.
How much does that hurt to say that?
It does and it doesn't, because I don't. I mean, as a Sabres fan, I don't really run into the Penguins too much, but I have had my history, like the gold medal game in 2010, as well as the 10 years ago now, the original Winter Classic in Buffalo. Seeing that was not fun. But talking about the best players in the league and the opposite side of the spectrum, with some of the young talent, you got guys like you mentioned Connor McDavid, who is probably going to be the best player in the league for years to come. But you got a lot of guys behind him, in guys like Dylan Larkin, Jack Eichel, Austin Matthews now, Nathan McKinnon. What does the future of the NHL look? Because you see these guys come in, and they are all elite players who are potentially game-changing guys who are on all different teams. So what does the future look like from a pace of play standpoint moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think the future of the NHL right now may be as bright as it ever has been. I mean, you mentioned Connor McDavid. I think he's probably going to be the face of the league for several years. But then there's Jack Eichel in Buffalo. He's a superstar player, an elite talent. Any other year, he would have been the first pick in the draft, but he just happened to have Connor McDavid in front of him. And then you've got Austin Matthews in Toronto. He's outstanding. He's been very good. Even a guy like William Nylander in Toronto as well. They're loaded with talent. And then Patrick Laine in Winnipeg. I mean, he's got 34 goals this year. He's really been carrying the team offensively. He's a young player. He's a rookie. I mean, he's a guy that I think will end up scoring 50 goals in a season before his career is over. So there's a lot of young talent in the league. And then you throw in some younger defensemen like Seth Jones, I mentioned. I think he's finally starting to come into his own. I mean, he's a guy people remember he was drafted in 2013. He's still very young in his early 20s. He's going to be a perennial contender for the Norris Trophy, I think. So The league's in very good hands when you're talking about young players. And I think that's more to do with just the way things are now. You see players develop quickly now, more quickly than you used to see them develop because, you got teams or players that are playing hockey all year round. The training and just the physical exercise and stuff they do as kids is so much more sophisticated now than it used to be. So that's why you see players like Connor McDavid and Jack Eichel. They come in the league and they're immediately ready to produce and to be effective. So the future is very bright for the league. I think you're going to continue to see these young players come in and make immediate impacts. And I think Connor McDavid certainly is going to lead the way.
I couldn't agree more. I do have something of interest that I just noticed right before we went on air today. Apparently, the Blackhawks will be honoring Ed Belfour with the One More Shift. I believe this is their 4th edition of the One More Shift. Does this mean that the 51-year-old will actually suit up and get on the ice in Chicago for another shift?
I think they're gonna go on warm-ups. I saw Jeremy Roenick do that. Right. They don't actually get in and play; they just go out for warm-ups.
That one guy just comes and just checks them for no good reason.
Well, right. When Dominic Hasek was still retiring, and I mean obviously he had his best years with Buffalo, and then going to Detroit and winning a Stanley Cup with them. It was always fun as a Sabres fan to fantasize about the idea that maybe Dominic could suit up for one more shift and retire as a Buffalo Sabre. But nonetheless, I think it's pretty neat that the Blackhawks are honoring Belfour in this way. And I mean, what do you think it means to a guy who's 51 and having such an honor for such a great, storied franchise like Chicago?
Yeah, I think it's great, and I think the Blackhawks do a great job with that stuff, especially recently. They've been very good, one of the best teams in the league at going back and recognizing their history. And people forget, I mean, they've had a good run of success lately with Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane winning 3 cups since 2010, and it certainly seems like they might be able to do it again this year. But I think that just you look back at before they got there, it was a struggle for a little bit there in Chicago. And they had some great players like Ed Belfour, like Jeremy Roenick, that were really good players. They just couldn't carry the team over the top. And I think people a lot of times forget about the impact that those guys made on hockey in Chicago. So I think it's very good to see the Blackhawks kind of give back and recognize what those guys did.
I couldn't agree more. Robby Stanley on the line, folks, from NHL, beat reporter for NHL.com. Robby, before we let you go, if you had to put your money down on it, who's going to take home the championship this year, and who's going to have the opportunity to lift the cup when all is said and done?
I think we're going to have an excellent final this year. I think it's going to be the Chicago Blackhawks versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. I think everybody's been wanting to see that for several years now. I think this is the year we're going to see it, and I've got Chicago winning in 7 games.
All right.
Oh, wow.
7 games. Sounds like a fun championship to watch.
You heard it
Certainly.
here first. Good stuff, Robby. Where can people find you, find your work, and find you on social media as well to get the latest hockey news?
Yeah, you can find me at NHL.com. I'll be there, and then you can find me on Twitter at rstanleyNHL.
Fantastic, Robby. We appreciate your time, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks, guys, for having me.
No worries. There goes Robby Stanley on halftime. Good insight from him. Always love getting those purists of the game. You get those, they're like, I follow hockey. I cheer for the Blackhawks.
Right.
But then you get guys like Robby that, this is what their job is, to cover the league as a whole. It's good to hear. It's good to hear as a whole.
It is. And the NHL to me obviously is very, it's very important to me.
It is.
And it's really good to see some of these young guys come out and make a name for themselves right away. I mean, Connor McDavid and Jack Eichel, both 20 years old and both the best players on their respective teams. It really is amazing to me, and I think we're in for a treat in regards to the future of the NHL as a whole and how it is kind of regarded.
I agree.
Overall in the sports world.
I agree. If Adam has his way, we'll be in for a real treat sooner rather than later. Says he hopes Happy Gilmore stabs Sidney Crosby in the face with his skate.
Yeah, Sidney Crosby.
Sidney Crosby's not a bad player. He's like the LeBron James of the NHL, guys. Get over it.
Everybody, I mean, it's weird because people hate Sidney Crosby, but it's not the same way as people hate Tom Brady or LeBron.
Why do they hate Sidney Crosby then? For us non-hockey folk, why should I hate Sidney Crosby?
For the same reason, he's good.
Damn you for doing your job right.
But I don't think it comes into play as much as like Tom Brady or something like that. So,
does Sidney Crosby have a hot wife or a good-looking family?
I'm sure he does. For people in Buffalo, people hate Sidney Crosby for their own reasons. But
shout out to the Bills on your pint glass.
Yeah,
there.
for people in Buffalo, we've had our own hopes and dreams crushed by Sidney Crosby. So I will say, though, he's a very good player.
He is.
He's a very good
Did
player.
that hurt?
It did. A little bit.
Start say cut LeBron James, Sidney Crosby, Tom Brady.
That's a good one.
Go.
Cut them all.
Not how it works.
You
got to go to lunch with one of them.
You gotta. Are they paying? Are they buying?
Doesn't matter. You're
Are
going
they
to
picking up
lunch.
the tab?
Sure, why not? I hope so.
Okay. Anyways, I hope I got to read it one more time. I hope Happy Gilmore stabs Sidney Crosby in the face with a skate. That is graphic.
It is.
That is
Why does
graphic.
Happy Gilmore have to be the one to do it?
Because nobody can blame Happy. He's got an anger problem.
He's just a happy guy.
Well.
Sure, we'll go with that. Jamie says, going back to the Predators, she said a regulation win would probably help keep the gap. Yeah, that would probably help, that's for sure.
Yes.
Also, people are making fun of us for not knowing what max headroom means. Okay, I'm over that. Adam says, love the Dom as well, too. Love the
Dominator.
Dom. Go Dom. I found out, you know how the NBA draft is coming up, right?
Sure.
A couple months away. Mm-hmm. Sure. Well, there's a guy. You know how we had Giannis out of Greece a couple years ago? People were real excited about the Greek Freak.
Can I be honest with you real quick?
Please.
Can I be honest about Giannis?
Sure. What do you think about Giannis?
When we drafted Giannis, I was actually upset because his name was so long. I was like, why would they draft a guy like this?
We can never pronounce him. How do we cheer for this guy?
I'm like, if I buy his jersey, his name's going to be like down my shoulder.
How do you cheer for a guy whose name is too dang long?
Little did I know
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
who we would be getting.
Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo, yes.
4-3.
It'd be a fun soccer name.
Yeah, right? It'd be a good Greek.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, go! Yeah, going all day. All day.
Yeah. I had to do a basketball game, actually, for his younger brother. And that was the hard part of the entire broadcast.
You had to?
Yeah. Got to broadcast a game for...
Wow.
I don't remember his younger brother's name. But, yeah, had to do that. That was a fun time. And I just ultimately ended up switching to his brother's first name.
Yeah.
Called him Giannis about 6 times during the game. Because
you
he
really?
looks like Giannis. He's doing the whole, like, I got the ball, like...
Oh, my God.
And then, like, slam. I'm like, okay, is it all the Greeks? Y'all just
all
do
of
that?
the Greek freaks. So go ahead.
Anyway, so there's a new guy that's emerging that, according to the kicker, is somebody that people are kind of overlooking. If you haven't heard about this guy, he goes by the Greek Geek. So he's a smart guy.
The Greek Geek?
Yes, the Greek Geek.
Oh, boy.
Is what the NBA scouts are calling him. His name is Pythagoras.
What is this?
Apparently, he's a phenomenal player.
Is his actual name?
Pythagoras is his real name. So here's the deal. So
Greek Geek.
he is being rumored to go to the New York Knicks because Pythagoras is apparently an expert at running the triangle, which is what the Knicks run as their offense.
Oh, my God.
So you bring in a guy like Pythagoras, who is currently right around 2,587 years old. He's a senior at the University of Xenophilis Helophius. So a very predominant school.
I had them going all the way in my bracket.
Did you?
And it's in the NIT.
Of course. Oh, dang it. Well, they're high school, so I don't know how that would work.
Well, they're in the NIT.
Okay.
He's 2,500 years old.
Sure. Do what you got to do.
I can do whatever I want.
I guess so. But apparently he's being lauded by scouts for his quick first step, his incredible court and pioneer vision, and the ability to define fundamental truths about our physical world through a brilliantly simple mathematical formulae. So not only is he a man and myth on the court, but he is exceptionally smart off the court as well. Pythagoras. The Greek Geek. Think about it.
You know, I do love a good pun, but this is just ridiculous.
Is it? I know. I gave it away in the beginning.
This is full of dad humor, and I love it.
It is. I love the tags on this article. It says New York Knicks, Pythagoras, and triangle jokes. I'm going to click on triangle jokes. Are there more triangle jokes? There are not. It is just the draft rumors. I was hoping, like, if there are more triangle jokes, I need to figure this out.
Oh my gosh.
Trevor says Jack Eichel will be the GOAT.
Yes.
I don't know who Jack Eichel is. No, I know the name. I can't think of what he does though.
Is that a train?
Yes.
Weird.
We have a train.
Are we putting a train in? Yeah, Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel's the best player on the Sabres. He's 20 years old.
Gotcha. Go, man.
He's got 41 points or something. 21 goals. It's amazing.
He's a brilliant player. This also, according to the kicker, LeVar Ball went on the record to say that he is St. Patrick.
It's 11:30, and that's the first time we've mentioned LeVar Ball.
I know. He says...
Amazing.
He went on SportsCenter and claimed that he is St. Patrick. He says, see this hat? See this beard? How could I have this hat and beard if I wasn't St. Patrick?
I swear to God, It's got to be St. Patrick. I've seen St. Patrick before. I've partied with him on St. Patrick's Day. It's his day. I said it's his day. It's got to be St. Patrick.
Yeah. There's some phenomenal things here on the kicker. If you haven't figured it out, the kicker is kind of like the onion. This is a breaking news one. Jason Pierre-Paul's finger inks a 3-year deal with the Browns.
Nice.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg has already started filming the Brady Jersey heist movie.
Oh.
And Kristaps Porzingis makes Shaq get on shoulders to look and see Earth is actually curved.
Oh, my God.
It's wonderful.
All right.
You'll appreciate this last one.
Okay.
NCAA tournament TV producer yells, "Find me a crying person stat."
Stat. Okay.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Good stuff there from the kicker. If you need a good old LOL, check it out.
I got. This is breaking news. The emergency room is the top potential landing spot for Tony Romo.
I do like that. I'm sorry, I need to interrupt you. James said he actually started to look up Pythagoras, and then he realized... He was like, how have I not heard of this? And then he's like, oh, you got me.
Yep, well.
Pythagoras, man, remember the name. Somebody's got to run the triangle for the Knicks, and it is Pythagoras.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. I love James. The fact that he fell for that makes me so happy.
David, you kids today, and you're getting to the point with these triangle jokes.
Yep. Jeff says they do have the angle on the story.
Guys, come on. We can do better. We can do better.
Aren't these just acute jokes?
Oh, come on. Stop it.
You're looking a little obtuse in that sweater today, Tanner.
Jeez. Unbelievable.
Good stuff. Do you like rules, Tanner?
I guess.
Do you?
I don't have
You
a
don't strike me as a rule follower.
I don't have a choice.
You seem like more of a breaker than a follower.
You told me I have to do whatever I have to follow whatever you say, so.
Did I? When did I do that? When did we have this conversation?
Right before we went live. Literally, you said, don't do anything, just follow my lead. And I said, okay. He said, there's one rule. And I said, okay.
Don't talk about
Don't talk about Brew Sports.
Yes. But do talk about Brew Sports. Comment and share. And like. And invite your friends.
In case you were wondering, Shaq was wondering when people in the Southern Hemisphere will have March Madness. I haven't been able to figure that out yet.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah, anyways.
Yeah, because the Southern Hemisphere is, I think, on a different...
It's on a different flat planet.
Yeah, yes. Kind of like Tatooine.
So, rules?
Rules. So the reason I ask and bring said rules up is that the NFL is getting ready to have their yearly meetings to talk about how bad they hate Tom Brady.
And how much
Brady.
How much they can ruin the game this year?
Yes. But apparently they're going to try to implement a couple of these following rules, but are not limited to. Defensive players could be banned from leaping over the line of scrimmage on a field goal and on extra points. Officials could be hired as full-time. They also could be stationed at the league office in New York, would make instant replay rulings rather than the officials on the field.
Oh.
Players could automatically be suspended for certain egregious illegal hits. And the big one, the NFL could add a 10-minute overtime.
Please.
Your thoughts, Banner Turk?
That's a lot to take in. Full-time refs, yeah, why not? I don't see why not. Absolutely. Pay them. Tell them to be good. I don't care. If the reffing is good, I'm totally fine with that.
The reffing is never going to be good, though. Whether it's full-time or part-time, people are always going to complain and be like, the refs are terrible.
Here's the root of it, though. The rule book, every time they change rules in this fashion, when it comes to catching a ball or what's a football move, they are complicating the game even more. And
Correct.
It gives the refs even more reason to screw things up.
True.
So that in itself... adding more rules, okay, whatever. Simplify the game. Go back to the basics. I'm fine with the full-time refs. I don't really have an opinion on it. I don't care.
Okay, interesting.
When it comes to, what else was there? The overtime?
10-minute overtime, the potential suspension for a player that jumps over the line to block a field goal.
I don't really care either. Not
really?
Partial. I don't think it really changes the game. Big deal. So what? 10-minute overtime, that changes the game.
In what way? Good, bad, or otherwise?
Good. I hate the fact that a team can go down and score and not give the other team a chance to
do things.
Counteract it. Do things. Do stuff.
You're just full of energy today.
I've always hated overtime in the NFL. It doesn't make sense. Even college football gets it right.
College gets everything right.
Yeah, so 10-minute overtime is stupid. They need to rethink overtime in general.
I suppose.
They also need to allow celebrations in the end zone. This is why
That's one of the things they're working on.
This is why the NHL is so great. We talked yesterday about fighting in hockey and how it's a part of the game.
Well, NFL wasn't founded on fighting like hockey was.
I know, but we've all seen the full, team celebrations when the team scores a touchdown. You get celebrations when a guy scores a goal in hockey, and there's never any. It's just people like, oh, it hurt my feelings.
Well, what are you supposed to do in hockey? You don't have like unlimited things that you can do. You're skating in an enclosed area. It's not like you can go pull a cell phone out or go jump into the stands.
I love that stuff because it adds entertainment value. So
I agree. But I'm saying that's why people aren't freaking out about the hockey area. Well, but you can get away with it in soccer, though.
It's excessive celebration. Like even that when you sack a quarterback and you celebrate too much. Like, you know how ridiculous that is? So what?
Slightly.
He's celebrated, okay? Aren't we trying to teach these kids, like, don't worry about what they say, go back out and beat them on the field? Like, I don't get it. What are your thoughts? Tell us your thoughts.
Comment.
Overtime and excessive celebration or celebrating in sports.
Yeah. James is on the same level as me. He said overtime, just do a field goal distance challenge.
That would certainly add a lot of value to your kicker.
I made that argument on the Morning Brew today. Couldn't remember the name of the show that I hosted in the morning. Since Jamie wasn't here this morning, I just kind of forget about what my life is like when she's not here.
Here we go. Adam says overtime should be like the overtime in the XFL. Players race each other for the ball and place it on the 50-yard line.
Race each other for the ball?
It's almost like rugby.
I suppose. I say you just
dodgeball. It's like dodgeball.
I say you just come up with like weird challenges. Like you line up your two fastest players and you just say go.
So you essentially want to create like an Olympic style overtime.
Or you line everybody up on the goal. You line everybody up on the goal line.
Okay.
And you all have to, your entire team or however many designated players, your starting 11 whatever, has to beat the other team starting 11 across the goal line.
James brings up a good point.
What's he do? James is a smart guy. I like James.
You don't like celebrations? Don't let him score. It's that simple.
Boom. Mic drop.
Does the coach really care? Do the coaches really care about excessive celebrations?
No.
They do in the sense that it's going to benefit them if they throw a flag.
If I'm like if I'm up in front of you, like if I score on your team and you're the head coach and I come up to you and I'm just like you'll be like, get the hell out of here. But like if it's your team, it'd be like,
if it was me, I'd want to get back on the field and score. Like I don't have a problem.
All right, let's go. They're trying to be, Let's get them over on here.
I'm not going to go up to Rex Ryan and cry because they hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Celebrating in sports, I don't care. Let it happen.
Right. Make it happen.
I have very strong opinions today.
Jeff says the Bills don't celebrate. Or don't have celebrations, rather. They don't. You're right. Shut it down.
Full-time referees, I don't care.
Okay.
10-minute overtime, I care. Celebrations in sports, I don't care. Can I? Never mind, I give up.
Want to talk about LeVar Ball? Today's just one of those weird shows.
Do I ever? Today's one of those weird shows?
Yes.
Every show with us is a weird show.
I'm at least normal today.
I'm getting there.
Are you?
I am like...
I feel like you just don't care.
This morning...
I'm getting this vibe from you that you just don't care.
For the NFL show, I was like, meh.
Yeah.
I was, huddled up in my little cubby. Yeah, I'm actually doing pretty good today, Baxter.
Would you prefer to just do the show not like with your eyes open?
I mean, no. But for now, I'm just, I'm doing good. I'm up here. I'm ready,
You all the way up?
No, I mean, whatever. Steph Curry in 2008 on this date scored 30 of his 40 points in the second half to beat Gonzaga.
Good for them. He beat his own team?
He beat Davidson. I mean, he practically did.
I bet Stephen Curry could beat Steph Curry in a one-on-one.
30 points in the second half.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Everyone's like, Davidson came out of nowhere. Who's this Stephen Curry guy?
And then he's like, please call me Steph.
And Trevor's like, first place.
Turber.
So,
damn you, Turber.
Steph Curry, love him.
Jeff says, drink Tanner. I agree. You should drink more. And James says, Tanner Burke, hashtag, I don't care.
I don't care.
Ah. Did you hear about Tim Tebow?
What's going on with Tim Tebow?
He got assigned a low class A Mets affiliate ball. I realized as I was saying that it wasn't going to make sense until I somehow rounded it out.
What's going on?
You
want to try that again?
Tim Tebow is getting sent down to low-class A Mets affiliate baseball.
Okay.
So he's officially his future has been officially deemed. He's going to a team that is going to be starting up the Columbia Fireflies. Aww, the Fireflies.
That is very intimidating.
Intimidating. Terrible, I know.
I love bad jokes.
He will be playing in South Carolina, and folks are just beside themselves, just stoked. Because Columbia, or the Fireflies, batting for the Fireflies, Tim Tebow.
People are praising this guy like he's going to just hit a bomb and just like...
He probably will.
I'm just like...
Probably going to save a kitten
Tim
and then get
Tebow?
promoted to the major leagues and then hit the walk-off home run for the Mets. To win the World Series.
Guess what, Baxter?
What's that, Tanner?
Tim Tebow?
Yes.
I don't care. I don't care.
Do you ever care?
No. No. I don't care.
Okay, good. Glad we got that established. For those of you that watched the show yesterday, you're probably like, what the hell happened? You guys were fun yesterday.
What is it? I don't know what's going on.
Speaking of,
I thought this was a sports show.
keep it together, Jerry.
LeVar Ball.
I was just about to say, speaking of Donald Trump, talk to me about Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is taking credit for Colin Kaepernick not having a job right now.
That's true, Baxter. It was in Mexico. First of all, let me just say, the jersey was in Mexico. I told the FBI where to find it. I knew it was there. I could have told you it was there. Also, I'm the reason why Colin Kaepernick hasn't been signed, because he's un-American. LeVar Ball.
I see. So what do you make of Donald Trump taking credit for Colin Kaepernick not having a job right now? Do you care? Because you've been on a caring streak today, so I want to know if you care.
Let me tell you something here. I'm going to go in deep on this one.
All right.
I don't care.
Why did we do a show together? I come in with all the energy, and my co-host just take it all, and I'm like the kid at the lunch table that got like a Coke, and you're the bully that walks up and is like, "Nice Coke, isn't it?"
Yeah.
And you just pour it all over the table. I'm like, well,
So you got the Dunkaroos today, huh?
I do. I'm very
Sweet.
excited about the Dunkaroos.
I don't care.
Mom bought them for me.
I don't
Thanks,
care.
Mom. Love my mom.
Is that Diet Coke?
Indeed.
Sweet.
Gotta reduce the sugar.
You're on a diet? I don't
I'll-
care. Don't answer that question. I don't
Okay.
care.
It's my life. I'm always bullied. Tanner, Jamie, no matter who it is, they bully me. This is why I'm not allowed to have nice things.
Trevor says Steph Curry's tenure at Davidson was a very fruitful time for Turber. It was. I remember that year very well because I was also supposed to win some money that year. I just fell out of it.
That's a bummer. Curtis says Tim Tebow is on his second professional sport, and I'm on my second professional office job, and he's still making more money than me. Hashtag Tebow time. You got it, Curtis. Way to get after it.
Adam says Tanner Burke just got fined by the NFL. $25,000 for not responding to the media.
Sounds about right.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
That's for sure. Trevor says, someone get Tanner a What's for Lunch segment stat to make Tanner care again. David, Tanner is not the anti-hero we deserve, but he's the anti-hero we need. Seriously, guys, do you understand what I have to work with on a daily basis? I put my heart and soul into caring about Brew Sports, and this is the crap I have to put up with on a daily basis. I need a drink. Deal with it.
I don't care. Oh, you're getting a drink?
Yes.
I don't care.
I'm better than this, Tanner. I deserve to be treated like a professional.
Let's go through some more Onion headlines. Why not?
This is absolutely
High school athlete on crutches walks around like fallen hero. I don't care.
deserve to be treated with respect.
Here, wait. I got a new segment for you.
Suddenly, this is all I get.
I got a new segment for you.
What could you have for me?
It's going to be called Tanner Doesn't Care.
What else is new?
Okay.
What's for lunch, Tanner? I don't care.
These are all Onion articles, by the way. Jim Nantz wonders aloud what holding basketball's like. I don't care.
What? What is it? It wasn't
Jim
even
Nantz
English.
wonders aloud what holding a basketball is like. I don't care.
Okay.
Indianapolis area prostitute unnerved by Rick Pitino referring to her as his Cinderella. I kind of care.
I'm listening.
Oh my god. Okay, I gotta rephrase this because I don't
Good
think I
for
can
you.
say it on here. Mother of MMA fighter recalls son punching and kicking the crap out of everything from early age. I don't care. Bears release quarterback with highest winning percentage. I read it wrong. I'm sorry. Let's read that again. Bears release quarterback with highest whining percentage in NFL history. I don't care. In case you didn't know this, Tony Romo, Dallas Cowboys all-time leading bone breaker.
All-time leading bone breaker.
Are you drinking out of a pitcher?
This is where we've come to, Tanner.
I don't care. All right, what else is going on? The Sabres won yesterday.
I don't care. I sense a trend.
So, yeah, Brady's jersey was found. I kind of care.
You hate Tom Brady.
I do hate Tom Brady.
Why do you care about Tom Brady's jersey being found? My glass is bigger than yours.
I need to know what's going on with that guy.
Tom?
No, the guy who stole the jersey.
Yeah.
And the other jersey, and then the cleats. And
what
the
do you? Yeah. Tanner says equals a human, or David says Tanner equals a human personification of Grumpy Cat.
It's true.
Yes.
At least today.
Kurt says he must have learned that from his mother. What did I learn from my mother? Drinking straight out of a pitcher?
This is probably how I'm going to be every Tuesday with my morning show.
Why? I'll have to speak to the sports director of the network and get you kicked off because that's ridiculous.
That's you.
I think you should go. Yeah, I think you're right. All right, Tanner, you're fired. Thanks for coming.
I don't care.
Okay, good. We were going to pay you millions and millions of dollars. We were going to give you $1 billion shoe contract. Now you don't care.
We're running out of time. We're not out of time, but
we have too much time left. I've never checked
really
the clock more in my life because I'm like, dear God, make the show stop. Can we go to start, sit, cut, a thing I actually care about?
What else was going on with LeVar Ball? Was there anything else?
No one cares.
Yeah.
He hasn't said a thing since his son took over the UCLA
Where
game.
the hell is he? I'll tell you where he is.
LeVar Ball watch,
UCLA,
2017.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be frank with you for a second.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Name that movie.
Airplane.
Well done. 5 points.
5 points, that's it?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a curved scale.
Yeah, so where's LeVar Ball? Here's the deal. We already talked about how he's hurting his sons, and quite frankly, UCLA, I think, but UCLA is ignorant to the fact that they just want the publicity, and they don't care.
Sure.
They don't care.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that UCLA got in touch with LeVar and said, hey, shut the H up, let us do our tournament, and then you can talk all you want.
Okay.
So, LeVar Ball.
I don't care. Starts at cut.
What?
No?
What?
Why can't we start to cut?
No, we can. Go
Oh, good. All right. Let's see here. Tom says he already has an Adidas contract, apparently, according to you. Tanner's wearing his brightness in his sweater.
My brightness? Yep. I went down the wrong pipe.
What the hell is going on?
I don't care.
David says light applause for airplane reference. Thank you, David.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what to make of you right now.
I thought it was almost a spit take. Okay, anyways, what else is going on?
Starts a cut.
Oh, yeah.
How many times have you said what else is going on? That's like the only thing you said during your NFL show today. Like,
What else is going on?
what else is going on? I'm like,
Nothing.
dang it, Tanner. Be creative. Get a little energy.
Is Adrian Peterson still out there? Yeah.
Put a little
yes,
love in
okay.
your life.
Okay. Does anybody sign Jamal Charles? No? Okay.
No one cares about Jamal Charles.
All right.
I don't care.
Geno Smith to the Giants, though. Thank God for that.
How do you feel about that?
I don't care.
I'm trying not to drink before noon, but damn it, Tanner. You pushed me to this limit.
I got fun story or fun fact. Before Baxter came on set with that pitcher, it was full.
Yeah, I drank half of it before I came on
Yeah.
because I just didn't care.
Okay. Start, sit, cut.
Start, sit, cut.
What do you got for
Tom
me?
says we need to hug it out.
No,
I would be fine with that.
I don't care.
I'll hug you.
Why am I in this mood today?
Why are you just a douche?
Give me something. Give me something to start, sit, and cut, Baxter.
Okay. Nintendo 64 Blitz,
Oh, you want me?
Madden,
Okay.
and Tecmo.
Okay. So N64, NFL Blitz, 2000. Any Madden game
Any Madden game, the Madden franchise as a whole.
or Tecmo Super Bowl from 1990.
Correct.
Am I going for?
Yes! No, I'm sitting
Well-
here with a dramatic pause, waiting for you to have a pulse.
I am a retro guy.
Of course.
So starting Tecmo, that's easy. 'Cause it's the only football game the Bills have ever been good in.
Okay.
I'm going to sit NFL Blitz 2000 because the Bills are kind of good. Plus, I love the cheat codes.
Cheat codes.
And it's fun to watch your players light on fire and
Obviously.
make hits after the whistle. I'm going to cut Madden only because every year it's the same thing.
Interesting. Okay.
It's literally the same thing every year.
Gotcha.
So graphics are slightly better.
You're slightly better.
Okay, what do you got?
All right, cutting Tecmo because I've never played it before, so I have nothing to judge it off of. NFL Blitz is going to sit.
Unbelievable.
I'm starting Madden. Because
Unbelievable.
Madden, as we all know, yesterday, with the Packers-Bills 2008 simulation.
David says, start Tecmo,
Phenomenal.
sit Madden, cut Blitz, ... Though I do have good memories of it. Yes.
It's true. Start
Yes.
Tecmo, sit Blitz, cut Madden, says Trevor.
I'm waiting for Trevor's
The Saints
comment.
signed Manti Te'o's girlfriend, according to Adam.
Manti Te'o and his
Oh,
invisible.
and, well, either way, they still signed her. And him.
Wow.
Trevor says, nobody catches Bo.
No one catches Bo.
Truth.
Bo knows.
All right, next one. Major League Baseball, minor league baseball, baseball as a whole. Players that have gone from one sport to another. Tim Tebow, Michael Jordan, and Bo Jackson. Starts a cut.
Cut Tebow, it's easy. Because I don't care.
You're a terrible person. We all saw the beginning of Space Jam. Michael Jordan is awful at baseball.
That's what I say. I'm going to sit Michael Jordan because he's terrible at baseball. And he was kind of a dick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Harsh
I
words
love Michael, though.
for the Turber.
I love MJ. That means I'm starting Bo Jackson because he was a potential Hall of Famer in both sports.
Interesting.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I'm getting yelled at by James and Trevor for never playing Tecmo.
Yeah.
Somebody get Baxter Tecmo stat, hashtag greatest game ever. Trevor's like straight off the beat there with the hashtag.
Someone get back. Yeah. Well, here's the deal. Trevor, I'm gonna bring in my emulator so we can play Tecmo.
Let's do it. Game on. I crush you.
We'll go live the first time Baxter plays Tecmo. And I'm gonna kill him.
You won't.
I'm gonna kill him.
You're garbage.
So
Just like you're just terrible.
whatever.
I don't know.
Okay, so we got a fun one. Yesterday you gave me fast food, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, great. Good
What do
stuff. Love it.
What do you got for me, Bax? I already know what it is because I have the rundown in front of me.
M&M's,
But go ahead.
Twix, and Reese's. M&M, Twix, and Reese's. Start them, sit them, cut them.
It's easy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But you're not going to go first. I'm going to go first.
Okay.
I am choosing to do...
Yes.
I am going to start Reese's.
Okay.
I'm going to sit Twix.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to cut M&M and M&M's.
Oh, okay.
How do you feel about that? And by the way, I am your father.
I don't care. I'm going to start the Reese's.
Because they're the
Always
greatest.
start Reese's because they're the greatest. They're the best. I love the peanut butter stuff. That's great. I love what you're doing, Reese's. Keep it up.
They
You're
love
doing
me
it.
over
You're
there at
doing it.
Reese's.
They do. They love me over there. You know who makes the best Reese's peanut butter cups?
America.
LeVar Ball.
LeVar Ball. Swear to God.
I'm going to start Reese's. I'm going to cut M&M's because they're just a bag of disappointment.
You're a bag of disappointment.
M&M's are good, but like they're never great. I'm never like, oh man, do I crave some M&M's right now?
Very rarely am I just like, nom, 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 nom,
Yeah.
nom. Very rarely.
If they're there, yeah, I'll have a couple.
Get on it.
But
Get down
Twix
on
and
it.
Reese's, yeah, every now and then I'm like, yeah,
Every
that'd
day.
be really great right now.
Yeah.
I've honestly craved Reese's at multiple points in my life. Twix,
I crave Reese's every
Twix,
day.
I've maybe craved it once or twice, but they are always fantastic. They're always fantastic. Twix, but you're sitting on the bench because everybody loves Reese's.
David says I concur with Baxter. Finally, someone agrees with me. Start Reese's, sit Twix, cut M&M's.
Does this include their ice cream versions as well as their because Twix would go up in my book.
Say yeah, that would be decent, and then also Snickers would be pretty good as well too. Snickers is a great like frozen candy.
But on the other side, you have Reese's peanut butter puffs.
Correct.
The best.
Phenomenal.
So
the greatest ever.
It's a wash when it comes to the Twix ice cream bar and the Reese's cup.
True.
So
Curtis
Reese's
chimes in
peanut
here
butter
too.
cups.
He says starts to cut Ted Thompson, Mike McCarthy, Dom Capers. LOL. Cut Dom Capers.
LOL.
Sit Ted Thompson, stack Mike McCarthy.
I concur. At least we agree. Cut M&Ms.
Yeah.
Cut M&Ms.
What else could we start to cut? Anybody else have any other?
Give us some start sit cuts.
We love to start them, sit them, and cut them.
Nah, yeah.
What else could we do based off of? Should we start to cut Brew Sports hosts? No, that would be wrong. My wife did that to me yesterday. She's like, start, sit, cut. She's like, Tanner, Jamie, and Tika. I'm like, well, that's not very fair.
I don't want to know.
I'm like, clearly.
I do care, though.
You don't care.
Yeah.
Do you care?
Yeah.
Do you actually care?
Yeah.
I don't think you care.
Sometimes.
You never care.
Okay.
You just said you don't care. Start, sit, cut. Geno Smith, Colin Kaepernick, EJ Manuel.
Oh, my God.
Three of the greats right there, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Brady's father, LeVar Ball, and Rex Ryan. I'm going to start Rex Ryan. I'm going to cut Tom Brady's father, and I'm going to sit LeVar Ball.
I'm just going to cut all three in both topics.
Oh, Lord. Everybody and their mother's going at it now.
Hope for the best in the draft.
Wendy says tomatoes, lettuce, and eggs.
Nice combo. Where does that hoodie plug in? Right down here.
Yep, seriously.
Literally right below.
Let's
USB.
see. I would have to start eggs, sit lettuce, and cut tomatoes from Wendy. Your thoughts?
I would start eggs, and I'm going to sit tomatoes because I can put tomatoes in an omelet. But I can't put lettuce in an omelet.
Interesting. Trevor says Favre, Rodgers, and Starr.
Start Rodgers, sit Favre, cut Starr because I was
I agree.
not alive.
That's true. Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow's college career. Tim Tebow's NFL career, says Curtis.
Start Tim Tebow's college career.
Yep.
Sit Tim Tebow's NFL career and cut Tim Tebow because he sucks.
But it's funny because Tim Tebow was a part of all of those, so it's like you can't really cut Tim Tebow.
You can't sit with us.
Like, yeah, find a different table, Tim. No one likes you. What else would be another good start, sit, cut? I don't know. We've done a lot of good ones here today. If you have more start, sit, cut recommendations for us, drop them below.
Okay.
We're almost out of time here, but you got another
Start, sit, cut.
Okay, hit me.
Italian food, Mexican food, Asian cuisine, which includes sushi.
That's not fair. Italian. I got to start Italian because I am Italian, and my heritage would ban me forever if I didn't. Asian cuisine because of the sushi. Sushi's got to sit, and then I'm going to cut Mexican, unfortunately.
It's probably the smartest thing you could have done.
I'm going to build a wall
it's
around the
smartest
Mexican
thing you've
food.
said all day.
Okay, one more.
Okay, go.
My dad says, start, sit, cut. Cornhuskers, radishes, and my one joke.
Who are the radishes?
No, like actual radishes.
So we're starting the University of Nebraska, actual radishes, and his one
boring
joke.
vegetable and his bad joke.
I'm going to start his bad joke.
Yeah.
Tony, throw us a good one.
Okay.
I see you, Tony. We'll get to you in a hot second there.
Tony, what's up, Tony?
What up, big Tony?
Start, sit, cut.
Aaron Andrews, Sage Steele, Pam Oliver. Pam Oliver can get cut, unfortunately.
Unbelievable.
Sage Steele can sit. Aaron Andrews is starting, in my opinion.
Okay, sure.
Do you have any agreements or other thoughts?
Do I?
Yes.
Do you actually? I mean, you don't really care.
You don't care. I care, but you actually don't care.
I know.
I would like to know your thoughts, though, about that. Truly, I would.
No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
You're just the worst to me.
Okay, how about this? Start, sit, cut. We did it again yesterday. Or we did it yesterday. Start, sit, cut. The 3 number 1 seeds remaining in the tournament.
We already did this.
Let's do it one more
Why
time.
are we doing it again?
Let's do it one more time.
Why?
Because I have a different opinion.
You can't change your opinion.
I have a different
What do you
opinion.
think this is?
Okay.
News?
I'm going to cut all 3 of them, and I have Pythagoras going
Yes.
one-on.
Pythagoras could take Steph Curry.
You think LeVar Ball could beat Pythagoras?
No, because LeVar Ball is not smart enough to take on the Pythagoras.
He's a one and done. LeVar Ball.
Trevor says SVP Colin Cowherd, Brew Sports.
Oh. I'm cutting Brew Sports because these guys don't know what the hell they're talking about.
They just drink all day and just talk nonsense. David says drinking out of a beer bottle, drinking out of a Stein, drinking out of Tanner's Buffalo Bill glass. Definitely cutting the Bills glass. I'm breaking it on the table and then cutting it. I would have to sit drinking out of a bottle, and I would have to start drinking out of a Stein because Steins are classy as hail.
Okay.
We've only got a minute left, but people continue to keep commenting.
Okay, start, sit, cut. Donald Trump, LeVar Ball, or Tiger Woods' hairline.
Start Tiger's hairline for sure.
Starting Tiger's hairline? Okay.
Sitting LeVar Ball and cutting Trump because his hair's not real.
Start, sit, cut, Homeland, Shameless, Game of Thrones. That one's from Tony.
I've never seen any of those, so I have no idea.
Unbelievable.
Start them all. I'm sure they're great.
Let's go to Old German Beer Hall.
I love it.
Adam, if you come to Milwaukee, I will buy you your first drink.
Yes. Remember how yesterday when we hit 100 comments?
We did. Where are we at right now?
We're at 58.
We're not even close.
Can we get to 100 comments before we get out of the show here in like a minute and a half?
I would need to take my shirt off. We need the strobe lights going on in the background, and somebody would need to break a bone. And Tony Romo is not on set.
Oh.
Did we cover everything that was on our thing today?
I don't know. I don't know.
Marshawn Lynch return value, Ray Rice, and Adrian Peterson. Guess what?
What's that?
I don't care.
Shockaroo. Your dad is now spamming us with comments to get us to 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now my dad's jumping in as well, too. 10. You can't go from 6 to 10, Tom. That's not how it works. 15. It doesn't matter the number you throw out. You can say the same number, but we're at 72 right now. This is like a telethon. Like, let's get to 100, folks. In the next 35 seconds, we can get to 100. Negative 24. James says, LOL. This is the best thing we've ever done on the show. Jeff says -1. Jeff, thank you so much for your -1. We appreciate you.
Unbelievable.
We're at 74 comments right now. 100 says Tom. It's not the way it works. Wendy says, I want to be 100 today. I bet we all do, Wendy. 77 we're at now. This is amazing. Can we get to 100 comments in the next minute and a half? Kurt says 100.
What if people go back and they just start deleting their comments?
No, don't delete your comments. That would be the worst thing that could ever happen since LeVar Ball opening his mouth.
Oh, my God. This is ridiculous.
James says, soon close. Trevor says, go Bills. There you go. At this point, who cares what you say? Just start throwing stuff out there. 85. ABC says Tom. Go Bills. Yes, we are so close. 15 away. Do I hear another 15 comments? Do I hear it? Hashtag Turbers Triumph. Go Sabres.
How many comments do we have?
We are very close. We are at 92. We are so close. Yo, mama. There you go, Tony. Way to throw that one out there. I love Lamp. I don't know what Dave says by I love Lamp. I love Lucy.
I love Lamp. What do you mean?
What does that even mean? Does Tanner care about the comment count? Tanner is a rock star.
Of course I do. I'm the 100th comment.
We are 97. S 90. 106. We jumped to 106.
Wow. This is no.
Cell 5.
This is supposed to be quality entertainment.
Baxter lives for these counts, I guess. I guess so. And Tony says we have liftoff. You guys are the best we could ever possibly hope for.
Unbelievable.
110 comments and climbing hard.
Yes, Dave. Did you not get that Anchorman reference?
What was it?
I love Lamp.
No.
Oh my God.
Just because my name is in the movie and people always ask if they can punch me or if I can bark twice doesn't mean.
Have you ever seen the movie?
Yes! Like one time.
Brick, when he's in the room and he says, I love Lamp. Are you just looking around the room, looking at things and saying that you love them? I love Lamp. Does it not ring a bell?
No.
Sex Panther cologne?
No.
Nothing? It's got bits of real Panther in it, so you know it's good. I'm in a glass case of emotion?
Nope. No clue.
Milk was a bad choice.
Your dad says supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
No, I've got nothing. What's that? We're live? I don't believe you.
Bark twice.
Bark twice if you're in Milwaukee.
Bark, bark. There you go. Now you can all shut up.
Jesus.
You ready to get off the air?
Yeah, I have stuff to do. I actually have to work today.
Phenomenal. Thank you to everybody that commented. Tony, Dave, Tony, Dave, David, Kurt, Turber, Curtis, James, Adam, Wendy, everybody.
I commented. Did you thank me?
You didn't comment.
I did.
Oh, there's Tanner Burke.
I tried to get the 100th comment again.
Yeah, doesn't work. Doesn't work like that. You all are amazing. Catch us back here again tomorrow. Hopefully Tanner actually has a pulse and actually cares. I doubt it, but we'll find out. Tune in tomorrow.
I don't care.
Will Tanner care tomorrow? Live at 11 a.m. Central on Brew Sports.
Spoiler alert, probably not.
Probably not. He never cares. Today's the last, not the last. This is the last show for the day on Brew Sports. There will be no happy hour later today. So you can catch us back here again tomorrow at 7 a.m. Central Time on the Morning Brew. Hopefully Jamie Evers is back from assignment. What?
Wait.
What the hell do you want?
We may go live.
For lunch.
When we are having our lunch, we may go live while we are simulating the 2008 Pats versus Bills matchup.
Yes, I agree. If you missed it yesterday.
So dumb.
Madden 08, Bills, Packers. Bills blew it with 3 seconds left. Brett Favre threw a 70-yard Hail Mary.
They decided to kick a field goal while they already had the lead when they could have just run the clock out and got the victory.
Yes, welcome to the Buffalo Bills sports world.
Because why not give Bart Favre?
Bert Favre.
Why not give Brett Favre one more chance?
Right. All right, he's Tanner Burke. Follow him at Banner Turk. Follow at Brew Sportsnet on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Don't follow him. Follow me at Baxter Colburn. Hashtag Brew Sports. Check us out on YouTube, on iTunes, on our website, brewsportsnet.com. And, yeah, that's about it. Thanks to Robby Stanley from NHL.com for joining us today. It was phenomenal.
Baxter. I knew it was in Mexico. The whole time I knew it was there. Could have told you that.
Phenomenal.
That's all I got.
All right. He's Tanner Burke. I'm Baxter Colburn. Thanks for watching Halftime. We'll see you guys next time on Brew Sports. Enjoy your Tuesday, everybody, and hopefully it's better than Tanner and I's. Ha ha!
So funny.